That's entertainment. Here's Jock Brown.
There's a very settled look about that Hearts lineup. Only 16 players have started matches for Joe Jordan's team this season, and that's a remarkable statistic nowadays in the hurly-burly of the Premier Division. Injury keeps only Derek Ferguson on the sidelines. The skipper is Dave McPherson, who has matured into a top-class defender here at Tynecastle after starting his career at Ibrox. He has 15 caps so far, with many more likely to follow as he perfects the art of sweeper in that Hearts defence. In contrast, Tommy McLean's Scottish Cup holders have been savaged all season by injury. In that lineup, there's no Neil Simpson, Colin O'Neill, Jim Griffin or Davy Cooper, who's a late flu victim. But Ian Angus returns after a 7-game absence, and the skipper Chris McCart also makes a surprise comeback. And one plus this season for Motherwell has been the form of new goalkeeper Billy Thompson, who cost £50,000 from Dundee United in the summer. He's now 33 and playing his 25th game for the club. He's showing the form which won him 7 Scotland caps between 1980 and 1984. And the referee this afternoon, Jim McCluskey from Stewarton, 41 years old, 6 years on the FIFA list, and he's just back from officiating at the Women's World Cup in China, where he was in charge of the semi-final between Norway and Sweden. It's the last home league match of a very satisfactory 1991 for Hearts, leading the league past the halfway point and looking to cash in here in front of their very appreciative home crowd. Here's John Robertson, setting it back for Baird. Angus's clearance goes straight to McLaren. Motherwell under pressure right from the start as Crabb plays the ball wide for Mackay. Here's John Robertson, screening the ball well away from Martin. Played in by Wright. And Iholt leaves that alone, but Maskant is forced into the clearance for the corner kick. And it's a torrid start for Motherwell, who are attempting for the 13th time in the Premier Division to gain a victory against Hearts. They haven't managed it in all that period. It's more than 3 years now since they won against Hearts in the league. Billy Thompson slipping that out of his hands. It's Alan McLaren with a shot. Thompson tempted to come out to challenge John Robertson. Well, it's a very uncertain start for the recast Motherwell defence. Here's Scott Crabb. Mackay goes to retrieve, challenged by Gardner, wearing the number 11, normally worn by Davy Cooper. And Levine fancied his chances for his 3rd goal of the season with that long-range effort, but it takes the pressure off the Motherwell defence. So the corner kick from Tosh McKinlay had Billy Thompson at full stretch. He couldn't hold on to that. There was a shooting chance at the edge of the penalty area. Then Thompson again chased John Robertson, but got help there from Dolan. There's Phil O'Donnell. Pass intercepted by Mackay. This is Crabb. The layoff again from Robertson. It's fine play from Hearts. A superb build-up inspired there by Scott Crabb, linking beautifully here with John Robertson and pulling the shot just wide of the target. But what a start it's been for Hearts. So Hearts have the advantage of a very settled lineup. A 3-man defence with McLaren and Levine marking and McPherson sweeping. Craig Levine, by the way, is lying on the ground out of your picture just now. He's not involved defending here as Cusack challenges Smith. And the shot from Dolan goes over the top. There was no whistle there. That was a chance for Motherwell. And now the referee has spotted the damage here to Craig Levine. Looked as though he has some muscle damage in the left thigh. That's a moment of real concern for Hearts. But this was undoubtedly a chance here as Jim Gardner played this across. The powerful physique of Cusack troubled Henry Smith, and Dolan had a real chance with that first-time effort. Well, Graham Hawke certainly didn't expect to be involved this early in the match. moments for the Hearts supporters, and for Craig Levine in particular. He's had his share of serious injury at Tynecastle. That's well taken by Thompson. Clutching that to his chest gratefully. Played on there by Gardner. McLaren marking Arnott. Mascant going in very powerfully on Baird, but illegally, says referee McCluskey. Well, that will be a fascinating contest. Ian Baird, Hearts centre forward, against Robert Mascant, the very tall, powerful Dutch defender. Mackay playing in the free kick shot for Robertson. He's trying to turn Martin. That's good play by Robertson. Tosh McKinlay goes in, well marked by Dolan. Gardner's header, there's Angus. Space here for Gardner, who's very quick indeed when he gets into his stride. Change of pace there to take on McPherson. He was held off by the Hearts captain. Well, Jim Gardner has a very good change of pace on that left flank, and that's what troubled McPherson and earned Motherwell the free kick. Gardner over this free kick. Trying to emulate the man he's replaced, Davy Cooper. Very accurate ball played in. Up goes Mascant! Deflected onto the outside of the post. The fine effort by Mascant. Looking for his first goal for Motherwell. That's a powerful leap and header. Touched away by Henry Smith onto the post. So Motherwell hitting back very swiftly after torrid opening 3 or 4 minutes. Cart is up challenging. Away by Miller. There's O'Donnell. That's a fine pass. Gardner faced by McKinlay. McKinlay forcing him inside. There's Angus. Let's play it across towards McCart, who's been adjudged offside. McCart coaching there, wide on the right, trying to make himself available to receive a pass from Angus. Always willing to come forward. Chris McCart. Martin very determined there. Controlled by Crabb, assessing all the options. Goes for the patient start through Mackay on the right. Robertson shows himself ahead. Here's Gary Mackay. Superbly tackled inside the penalty area by McCart. Well, that was great attacking play, matched by top-class defending. That's good play too from Motherwell. Dolan opening the play out for Motherwell for Brian Martin. Here's Dougie Arnott. Now Jim Gardner. This really is a fine flowing match. There's Martin. Gardner playing in early this time. Jim Dolan pops up. And it's turned away there by Tosh McKinlay. Corner kick to Motherwell. Well, they've reacted very quickly following that excellent Hearts attack just a moment ago. They now have earned the corner kick. Mascant and McCart can use their aerial power now in attack for just about the first time in the match. There's Jim Gardner. Bending it in. Forced over the line in the far post by Chris McCart. Motherwell take the lead. And McCart, just back from injury, puts Motherwell in front and gets the first goal against Hearts for Motherwell this season. The third match, and there was McCart reacting very quickly to that loose ball around the 6-yard box, getting the ball just ahead of Henry Smith. Aaron kept his eye on the ball. Late, clumsy tackle by McCart. Right into the back of Baird. And to Baird's credit, he was back at his feet instantly, making light of that. Certainly was a bad tackle by McCart. Quick word of warning suffices for the referee. Played on there by Hogg. Holt using his good close control there to try to take the ball to safety. Not content to thump the ball away aimlessly. Eventually has to concede a throw. cruel customer in defence, Nyholt. Still the pressure is on this Motherwell defence. Hogg up, supporting McKinley. Nyholt escorts that away for the goal kick. Cup final hero, Nyholt, and excellent value for money since he joined the club from the Swiss club Old Boys of Basel in the summer of 1990. Cusack penalised the challenge on Hogg. Everyone pushing forward for Hearts, leaving Alan McLaren to take the free kick. Aimed there for McPherson, and McPherson appeared to take no effort there to go to the ball, but a handball decision has been given. It's a penalty kick to Hearts. Robert Mascad certainly was clumsy in his challenge. Luke Nyholt is protesting bitterly, as is Chris McCart. The ball flighted up here by McLaren. There didn't appear to be a great deal of danger. McPherson was falling over and caught the back of Mascad's hand. Well, there is no way, surely, in which that could have been deliberate. Well, Mascad couldn't see the ball when it caught the back of his hand, and Motherwell really must feel very harshly treated about that. It won't affect Scott Crabb, though. Perfectly taken penalty, the equaliser for Hearts. Crabb makes it 3 penalties out of 3. It's his 12th goal of the season, and penalty kicks couldn't be taken more decisively than that. Well, Scott Crabb, the leading goal scorer for Hearts this season, showing some fine form in the match. That was a first-class penalty kick, but I reckon Motherwell are harbouring a sense of injustice which is not in any way difficult to understand. And the referee, I think, has decided that he must take some action now. Ryan Martin, a shade unfortunate, I reckon. I think the referee has taken the view that he would have to take action against the next offender, because the tackles have been getting tougher in the last 5 minutes or so. Hearts have been lifted by the equaliser. Motherwell stunned by a sense of injustice, and that's meant keener, tougher tackling and some signs of tempers rising. So the referee's tried to calm that down by booking Ryan Martin. There's Mackay. Helped on there by McPherson. Here's Robertson. Fine goalkeeping by Thompson. But some immaculate work inside the box by John Robertson. Look at the way he uses space here. When the ball reaches him off Dave McPherson, it breaks off Beard. Now just look at Robertson here, making space for a shot at goal. He hit that well enough, but Thompson was well positioned. From McCart, in goes Dolan, and Dolan is going to be booked this time. He certainly was the culprit a moment ago. Oh, as Chris McCart has been called over. Well, McCart has been called over by the referee. That must have been for an earlier infringement on which the referee allowed the advantage rule to apply. McCart is now booked. Joining Ryan Martin as Motherwell hang on to this precarious position. It's all even at the moment. Hearts are piling on the pressure. Here's Tosh McKinley. Well won by Martin at the far post. Here's Alan McLaren. Mackay. Mascad's header goes straight to right. Here's Robertson again. This time it's Beard. 2-1 to Hearts. The pressure pays off. So this ball played in to the danger area, won by Mascad initially, chested down well by Robertson, was well blocked by Billy Thompson, but Beard went diving in on the rebound, and that was a fine striker's goal. So 39 minutes of the match gone. Hearts leading by 2-1. Ian Beard collecting his 7th goal of the season. A very brave diving header. Well, the league leaders showing their resilience. after that early setback when Motherwell took the lead. Here's Cusack. Dolan's cross. Jim Gardner at the far post with Henry Smith, who couldn't catch that. And Dougie Hardin appeared to be held there going for the ball. The Motherwell fans behind the goal incensed there. They thought Wright was guilty of holding on it inside the penalty area. Well, never a dull moment in this match right from the kickoff. You have the feeling that there's lots more to come. 3 goals so far. Headed away well by Beard. Here's Ian Angus. Beautifully judged that by Jim Gardner, making space for another cross from the left. Up goes Martin. Well taken by Henry Smith. Martin staying up with the attack, rising superbly to this with a fine cross by Jim Gardner from the left. And Martin getting up so well in that crowded penalty area. But Smith made a good catch. Martin going in very decisively. It's returned by Miller. There's Nyholt to Dolan. Here's McCart. Cusack showing himself ahead. Dolan's pass easily cut off by Miller. This is Beard. Miller again. Good play from Hearts this in midfield. Right across to Mackay. Gardner got a touch there, but Miller picks up the loose ball. Here's Wright again. Good running by Mackay, finding space there at the corner of the penalty area. Here's Ian Baird, setting it up for Robertson. That was a good tackle by Mascat. There's Miller. That's a magnificent start for Hearts. Right on the half-time whistle. It was a very patient, educated build-up this by Hearts, with Gary Mackay and John Miller at the heart of it all. With Mackay eventually played this teasing ball inside, looking for Ian Baird, who was matched all the way across there. Then Robertson's shot was blocked by Mascant, but John Miller drilled home the loose ball. Goal number 4 of the season for John Miller, and it puts a very healthy complexion on the first half play. From the Hearts' point of view, and one I must say was less than justice to Motherwell's contribution to the first half. And it's half-time. It's been drama all the way here at Tynecastle, with Motherwell drawing first blood in 20 minutes, the goal from Chris McCart. But then Hearts fought back. They were inspired by what I thought was a very soft penalty kick when Mascant adjusted the handle. Crabb made it 1 apiece. Then Ian Baird scored with that brave diving header before John Miller put a very healthy complexion on the scoreline for Hearts at half-time. It's Hearts 3, Motherwell 1.
Joe Jordan wasn't romantic, eh? All those teeth out when he played, nothing like it, eh? Good softy. Well done, Joe. But the more I see of his side, the more impressed I get. Because, you know, he really has got them fired up with a belief that they can't get beat these days. They're just not prepared to accept that they're going to get beat. And they could have gone behind early on. Jim Gardner just hoists in a free kick. Big centre-back Mascant gets up. I'm not so sure if the goalkeeper did touch that, but he was mighty relieved to see it hit the outside of the post. But that only delayed what happened a little bit later. It's an ordinary corner comes in from the same player again, and it's Chris McCart who really just forces it over the line. Hearts will be disappointed about the way they lost that goal. But Chris McCart did show his determination to make a goal out of basically nothing. Hearts needed a little bit of luck. Jock Brown says this is given for handball, and he's probably right, but you know what I would have given a penalty for? Just look at the way that Rob Mascant just climbs all over Dave McPherson. I would have been tempted to give a penalty for that. But Scott Crabb, bursting with confidence, wasn't going to miss it. And Hearts, from then on, were right back in it. Just 13 minutes before half-time, that was, and they really made it an unlucky 13 minutes for Motherwell. This is a lovely little piece of play we've put into John Robertson. Look at the way he shapes the goal one way, turns the other. And had he not hit that down Billy Thompson's throat, he would have enjoyed a lovely goal there. Second goal coming up. Again, the little man's involved. Billy Thompson doesn't quite hold it. There's bravery for you. Ian Baird knows he's got a chance of getting Chris McCart's boot in his face, but I like that. He goes in and says, I'm going to get a goal. This was a lovely little move. Patient build-up, Gary Mackay just nicks it across the face of the goal. But watch John Robertson's movement as he goes to link up with his front player. Look at that. Spins round, Ian Baird touches it off, gets blocked, but John Miller wasn't waiting about, was he? And he finishes that quite beautifully. Gives Billy Thompson no chance. We talk about John Robertson, and the only surprise for me was that the wee man didn't score. He's unlucky here in that it bounces just in front of him. He would love to have taken that on the volley because he would have been able to control it better, but he does ever so well to get it on target. And then late in the game, this shows you the confidence of the wee man. Chases a ball wide. He's got no thought here of passing though. All he's got in his mind is going for goal. Drags it inside, and the only thing that helps Billy Thompson is it's a good goalkeeper sight. But that's good news for Scotland, the wee man playing as well as that.